Hey there friends, it's Codiak here and welcome back to another Assassin's Creed Valhalla survival guide video. I wanted to take a few minutes to talk about power levels, and more specifically, the best ways to gain levels fast in Assassin's Creed Valhalla. There was a lot of chat around the game's launch about an exploit with the Wildcats of the Weald, but since that's been patched and I'm not a huge fan of exploits, it's time to come back down to reality and look at what's actually possible for a majority of the people playing the game today. Now, the simple truth is that there is no one right way to level up in Assassin's Creed Valhalla. In fact, everything that you do in the game will give you some sort of experience, but that doesn't mean there isn't an efficient way to level up. The first thing you have to do, the gateway to all other methods of experience, is hitting up the various sync points found around Norway, England, and Vinland. These provide a substantial amount of experience, but more importantly, they provide you with more insight into the world around you. This is crucial for understanding where mysteries, wealth, and artifacts are. Sync points should always be your first stop in a region. You could even take time out early on in your adventures to crisscross the world and unlock each vantage point. This may not be the most efficient way to do it, but it will save you time on the back end. Once the map is revealed, the options are nearly endless, so what do you spend your time doing? A lot of guides talk about killing enemies, and while this will provide you with some XP, I actually think it's one of the most inefficient ways to level up in the game. There just aren't enough pockets of enemies close together that this method really makes an impact. Sure, bigger enemies will reward you with slightly more XP, but what's the point of 10 XP here and 15 XP there when you could be gaining thousands? I will say that assassination kills net you more experience, so when in doubt, go for the stealth kills, but not if it means wasting time trying to sneak around just to get a few extra kills. If you want to follow in my footsteps, here's what I found to be the most efficient way to level up. Now, I'm currently closing in on 400 and have never had a single issue with a power level gap, even when I was taking on the endgame regions of Valhalla. Step 1 is to focus on main story missions. This is going to net you tens of thousands of experience, and most of the quests are relatively short. I know the idea of going off and wandering the countryside may be appealing, but the main story is designed to take players from the beginning to the end without really compensating for outside activity, so you'll never be out of your depths. Now, I'm no dummy, and I realize there may be times you want to wander off the path just to do some side content. Step 2 is to focus on wealth opportunities in the form of raids and loot. There are dozens of major wealth opportunities scattered across the world, and they each will reward you with a sizable amount of experience. The real key here is to not waste too much time trying to track down each item. If you get stuck or stumped, just move on. You can always come back to that wealth later. The idea is to make the best use of your time, and trying to figure out how to get to a chest for 45 minutes isn't the best use of that time. Raids are also a fantastic way to gain experience, and just know this: you don't need to be in your longship to start a raid. Sneak into an area, use your horn, and call in your Viking raiders. Once you do that, don't spend too much time killing enemies, just go for the chest because that's where you're going to see the most benefit. You need to complete the raid, but once you do, you will gain a sizable amount of experience. Mysteries are also a remarkable way to gain XP. Ubisoft has completely revamped the way that side quests work, and it may just be the best iteration of the idea I've ever experienced in a video game. Mysteries rarely take longer than 10 minutes, often don't require you to go more than 100 meters, and always reward you with a metric ton of XP. These opportunities are great for bridging any content gaps you may run across. If you're looking to push into an area with a higher power level than you, double back and do a few mysteries. Just remember, these come in all shapes and forms, from legendary animal hunts to silly, nonsensical micro missions. I should also mention Redna and his contracts. These quests replenish daily and provide a nice chunk of experience as well, almost as much as a wealth opportunity. If you manage to get the sync points close to your objectives, these can easily be done in less than 5 minutes, and that is efficient. Now, you may be thinking to yourself, okay Codiak, I know all of this, I've been playing the game for a while now, but you're not telling me anything new, and I'll let you in on a little secret. The key to leveling up fast in Assassin's Creed Valhalla is not getting bogged down. It's as simple as that. There are tons of traps in this game that will pull you away from your main goal, leveling up. The reason why I was able to level up so quickly and put myself in a position to make content for all of you is because I didn't let those distractions get in my way. There is no silver bullet, no one technique for gaining levels, but there is a reality to the leveling process that each and every one of us is going to have to face. If you waste time on things that don't reward experience, you're going to fall behind. Not anyone else, but your own expectations. Ubisoft has done a great job of making sure most things reward XP, but what it all comes down to is how good you are at making the most of the time you have available. When I was deep into the game, playing every single day, I only had about 2 or 3 hours to actually sit down and enjoy Valhalla, but I made damn sure I was actually using that time wisely. I would go through the main story, pick up any wealth opportunities on the way, and if there were any mysteries or artifacts that were in close proximity, I spent the 5 minutes to get it done. I will also say that upgrading your horse is absolutely essential to progression. I honestly forgot about the various stamina upgrades, but once I maxed out my horse, I was floored at how long I could run for. If you haven't done this yet, seriously, get to a stable and spend the silver. It's not that much money and the benefits are incredible. Now maybe this isn't your idea of a leveling guide, but it's the truth. You'll find a number of videos and articles across the internet claiming they have found the best way to level up, but they don't even scratch the surface and get to the root of the problem: efficiency. Open world games are notorious for distracting players from things that don't actually progress them. If you realize that and realign your focus, you'll see that you're using your time more efficiently. This is something I've learned as I've gotten older. As each birthday comes and goes, I find that I have less and less time to actually play games, so I've learned through the years to make each play session valuable. Now, I don't want you to walk away from this video thinking that you can't enjoy the little things about Valhalla. You absolutely can. But if you're looking for my secret to leveling up, this is it. Your time is valuable. That's the bottom line. Once you realize that, the rest will just fall into place. And there you have it, friends, my secrets to leveling up in Assassin's Creed Valhalla. If you want to share your thoughts on the topic, feel free to leave us a comment below. And as always, if you enjoy our videos, be sure to hit that thumbs up and of course subscribe for more content in your feeds. My name is Codiak, and from everyone here at Legacy Gaming, thanks for watching and play on.